I could not believe Sapphire really did all of that. Like, not only did you get up, you got up to throw water, then you told people to back up as if anyone was behind you. Then you kicked your sneakers so I can't fight in these.
Bitch, you can't find with them off either.
E.T. went do.
Got her ass beat, bro.
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, top, top.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Tiana Locke, and this is
Jessie Strange.
And of course, we are back at it again with another Baddies East reunion recap. This is gonna be the last one, y'all.
It is.
We're gonna make it count.
Yo,
we're gonna make it count.
We have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about, especially from the last episode where the stylist did come into our comments.
Mm-hmm.
We have to clear some things up.
Yes, we do.
And talk about all of that on that end. So let us get our receipts ready. I mean, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I do. So I want to jump right into it because I think it's important. First of all, I'd like to thank Daren for actually clearing the air, coming into our comments, being respectful, and having a conversation.
Right.
Again, that's what this is about. We like to look at everything and then dissect it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we normally wait. We normally wait to recap 3 or 4 episodes because the information comes out after the episode airs because everybody starts, dropping the receipts and doing all this shit. So when we made our analysis, it was literally off the dome, just finished watching the reunion. No receipts came out yet. Mm-hmm. Then we saw the next day Rolly coming out with the thing, but we'll get into that. Anyways, I'd like to say thank you for Daren to clarify, and we're going to dive into it because...
Yeah, so you already know we had, I got to speak for myself because I feel like I was the main one that had my suspicions and kind of was just like not sure what was going on. Mm-hmm. When the video aired, Daren did comment on YouTube and he said, "Ladies, I watch and enjoy your podcast and I appreciate you both trying to be unbiased, ... But please don't try to turn this around on me. I was lied on and I was very upset about it. What if this situation caused me to lose my job? This is how I pay my bills and make a living for myself. My response was unprofessional, yes, but I reacted out of emotion and frustration from being lied on. I have always been respectful of Scarface up until I was lied on unnecessarily. Please do not judge me. Scarface has a history of being a liar. And honestly, this lie did affect my job in some way." So he did comment that, and we wanted to address that because, it was just a lot that had come out after the fact. E.T. posting that recording of him, checking in on her.
And then Rolly.
Right.
Going live, describing.
Going live, right.
Going more into detail of what happened. And, what I want to say is this. We definitely asked the right questions. Mm-hmm. I just feel like we were looking at the wrong person.
Right.
Because... it just didn't make sense, right? Like, I feel like it's so believable to for E.T. to believe someone was that someone was whispering into E.T.'s ear about Natalie setting her up.
Right.
But I can't believe my dumbass forgot about this one bone I had to pick about, but on a couple episodes ago about E.T. being in the comments in group chats with minors and fans of the show.
Right.
We were asking the right question, but we weren't looking at the right person. Daren, we want to make a public apology because I feel like now that we have more information, it's not you. I think, in my opinion,
right.
I don't think it's you. I actually think that E.T. did get told that Natalie was going to set her up, but by her fans.
Right.
In that group chat that she was in. Mm-hmm. And it makes sense because she allowed a lot of the internet talk to affect how she acted, how she reacted after the show aired.
Yeah.
And just, you know what I'm saying?
Even during the reunion, like a lot of the stuff that she said, she kept mentioning the fans, and it was just very evident. Like when Rolly had went live, it was a very long video, so we're not going to show that here, unfortunately. My apologies, but you're just going to have to look at it on your own time. One of the things that she did say was stop believing the fans, and she did try to tell her, like, why are you in this group chat? Because at the end of the day, this social media shit is fake. Like, none of these girls and I are friends. And that's one thing that she said, like, ET was just always trying to talk to Rolly about the show.
Yeah.
Rolly wanted to just talk about regular shit. Like, we already did the show. We filmed the show. Like, this is crazy. I don't want to be involved in that internet shit. But she, every time when she had a conversation with Rolly, it was about the show, or it was about something she saw on a blog, or it was about something fans said. And it's like, ET, grow up.
Yeah.
And which is another thing that Rolly said, is that, like, you know, I don't want to hang out with someone that acts like my son's age, and her son is a teenager.
Yeah.
And this goes back to what I said. You act like a fucking 16-year-old girl. Like, for real.
For sure.
So it is possible, very high potential, that is what happened. I mean, a lot of stuff already was going around in the blog saying that, oh, they're going to jump ET at the reunion.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
Natalie's going to, you know, it's very easy to call it on Natalie too.
Exactly. No, for sure. And, you know,
like, I don't think Natalie set her up, but I do feel like someone put a bird in her ear. Like, you know what I mean?
100%. And it would be so different, this conversation, if E.T. was a man. And I keep reiterating this because it's so fucking true. Why are we okay with this girl being in a group chat with her fans who are minors?
Right.
It's weird. There's some mental issues there.
She said she got a few loose screws, so I don't know.
Clearly, because damn, bro, that shit is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I been thought that shit was weird, and this is why I keep saying she does these things because she does not act her age. Like, mentally, first of all, people were in the comments saying that ET's 29. You know, we said that she was, what, 25? But, like, we did see elsewhere that, you know, on the internet that it said she was 29. Messy Maya said she was 29. Yeah. And I'm like, this is crazy. So if you're 29, this makes it even worse, bitch. I'm 29. Why the fuck would I be in a group chat with 16, 15, 13-year-olds? Yeah. Be fucking for real.
And, you know, Daren is right? Like, Scarface is notorious for lying. We've seen it. We've called it out.
Unfortunately.
Like, you know, so it's hard. It's so sad that, you know, and it's a little bit embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. I was really pissed off when I had kind of, like, you know, felt empathy for her or sympathy, whatever. You know, I was like kind of trying to feel something when it comes to ET. But then, of course, the bitch the next day literally leaks
everyone's numbers.
Natalie, Rolly, Anna, Scotty,
everybody.
How you out? And then the fucking podcast airs. I'm like, how you got me out here looking stupid?
This is why we like to wait.
This is why we wait.
This is going back to what you were saying. This is why we wait. So we can have all the information.
Yes.
All the receipts.
Dumb as hell out here. I'm like, yo, literally looking like a dumb bitch.
Not a dumb bitch.
You know, like them dumb bitches that the guys be playing. And,
yeah.
You know, like, I look like
Delulu.
I look stupid.
Delulu.
I'm like, damn, ET, you really make it hard for a bitch to really like you. Yeah.
You do.
Oh my
God. You do. Which is what, you know, Natalie was saying, that nobody likes you. But to go back to the Daren situation, which is the stylist, by the way, on TikTok, someone else had commented some weird information, which they were clearly wrong, but it just goes to show you, like, how quick misinformation just spreads like wildfire.
For sure.
So, let's see. Someone had commented and said, I don't think ET is lying, because if she was lying, they wouldn't have fired the stylist. And ET posted them on her story, and he was, like, talking to her and speaking to her and all this stuff. And so Daren had to respond, this is on TikTok, by the way, to this person. And he said, that's a lie. I said at the beginning of the voice note, hey, I don't know if this is crossing a boundary, ... So clearly we don't speak regularly. And then he even continued to say, Also, I'm not a hairstylist. I'm a wardrobe stylist, and I didn't get fired. LOL. I literally still work at Zeus because, the same person had called him a hairstylist.
Hey, my love is Daren. I just wanted to hit you up and say that I love and support you. I don't even know if this is like overstepping the boundary or like if you even really care about what I have to say, but I don't agree with like the editing on the show, and I know that the fans have been coming for you, and let me just say like fuck what the fans have to say. Like do your shit. You know the person that you are. And I have spent 6 weeks around you, and I don't have one negative thing to say about it.
So I just think it's interesting that people are going around saying, yeah, he got fired, da 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 da, but he says he still works at Zeus. So I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on. I just don't understand why this is how shit gets blown out of proportions. You see how the fans,
And we still, and I'm glad that comment was left because I still had questions, right? So I'm like, okay, that makes sense that Daren, he said his piece. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking at it with more information. But I also still had the question, well, then if you said that you never spoke to her before, was there a voice note that was released after we shot the podcast?
Right.
That there was like, that voice note that ET dropped.
Right.
But he addressed it here. So, which I guess we're going to take, his word for it. But, and it's true. Like, he did say, I don't know if this is crossing a boundary, which would indicate that he's never done this before or has been this personal with her. So I guess I can take, his word for it. But at the end of the day, we just bring in the receipts. It's up to you guys to really take it, be your independent thinker, and,
Yeah. That's pretty much it. So, yeah, we just wanted to address that. So now we are going to jump into this reunion. So, of course, where we left off, Smiley and Mariah square up. So, of course, we pick back up to where Smiley and Mariah are fighting. And girl, this bitch pissed me the fuck off. Smiley pissed me the fuck off. First of all, why after the fight you in the corner like, bitch, you knew your hand was broke. You knew you fucked up your hand in the trailer. Okay? You knew. Now you want to talk about, I'm here to get my chain. Here, get my chain. Girl, and then you want to fight with a busted up hand at that. Then you want to go in the corner.
The crying took me out.
She pissed me the fuck.
The crying took me out.
Why would you? She was doing so much noises, then started crying. I'm like, girl, stop.
I'm like, yeah, if you gonna do that, you better eat those tears. You better eat those. Because I know that hurt. You got a boxer's fracture and glass in your knuckles. You know that shit hurt.
Yeah, but you still trying to fight. Yeah. I'm over Smiley. Like, I'm over Smiley. I'm over ET. I'm over everybody.
Smiley was really funny. Her crying. I ain't going.
Bro,
like, why you looking ugly
laughing
like that?
I really started laughing because I'm like, girl, come on. And then Mariah again, the Tims.
No, but when they fought, Mariah, her wig out. I have a picture. I'm gonna put it right here. Bro, she looked like Cynthia the doll from Rugrats. Yo, I was like,
why are you violating her like that? Like, I bet y'all gonna look it up on y'all phones right now, and as soon as you see a picture of that fucking doll, you're gonna know exactly who we're talking about. That's really what Mariah Lynn looked like. We gonna put the picture right here too, bitch, because bitch, you look like Cynthia the doll, bitch. Like, oh my God. I was just like, I just feel like every scene with Smiley and Mariah is just a waste of space.
Yeah,
like,
I'm over
a chain that we no longer see. Like, give it up. I'm glad they made up.
Yup, I was just gonna say that.
I'm glad they made, because like their beef was so stupid.
It was so dumb and dragged out.
It was dragged. Like,
dragged.
The definition of drag. The definition of drag, like, damn, bitch.
It was annoying though. Literally till the very end, the reunion, like they were really fighting over this shit.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
I was over it.
I was over it too, but
No, but when Mariah said that fucking Smiley looked like Yolanda Saldivar, I was weak because she do
the bitch that killed Selena.
She got them crazy eyes. I was like,
she do. She do. But wait, what is she? Is she Ecuadorian?
Why are you saying that?
No, isn't she Mexican? Let me find out.
What?
Cause they be having those eyes, yo.
I'm gonna what Mexicans?
Ecuadorians, bitch. I say Smiley look just like you in your baby picture, bitch. Aside from the fact that fucking Smiley looked like Selena's killer, after their little rumble tumble, they decide to have some type of dialogue. I don't know why, but they did. ET's still not in the room. She's still in the trailer at this point. They decide to have some type of dialogue, and Anna starts talking about how she fucked with ET. She wanted to fuck with ET. Biggie's talking about this situation too. Like, she was cool with me. She was sat on my lap, but then all of a sudden, da-da-da-da-da. Then Anna started talking about her beef with DJ Sky, trying to relate it to her beef with DJ Sky, and nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Literally nobody cared. Janisha cut her off and was like, okay, where's ET? Yeah. I'm like, wow, like, so nobody cares. DJ Sky was not meant to be in this narrative, okay?
No.
She is just the fucking DJ.
Yep.
That's it. We don't need to bring up her storyline.
And it's so funny because everyone was so quick to jump on, oh, DJ Sky's the DJ. She should be doing her job and be DJing. What about Janisha? What about Janisha? When Sky had to tell her.
The fact that Sky had to tell you how to do your job, Janisha, bitch, you know you're not a good host. I don't want to hear nobody talking shit in the comments, talking about, oh, y'all want to tear down black women.
Yeah.
Girl, no.
They love to say that.
If you are not that great, you are not that great.
Period.
It's that simple. That's like a fucking, you want me to tell another black woman that's a hairstylist that she's good simply because what? She's black? If you fucking up my hair, bitch, that's my money. I know y'all would be tight if a bitch fucking up y'all hair.
Right.
Y'all not gonna sit there and let her fuck up your hair and then think, oh yeah, you're great. No, bitch. If you failed the test in school, you failed the test. Try again.
No,
the fuck?
No one respected her. First of all, Janisha, she just completely, the fact that Sky had to tell her,
yo,
that was wild.
Yo, when we first, I know we're getting ahead. Hold on. When that shit happened, bitch, I got up off the couch. I ran around the room because I could not believe that Sky was really telling Janisha how to do her job. That's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. And Sky,
who was smoking weed throughout the whole reunion.
Sleeping.
Not paying attention. I was like, oh my God. And then Janisha was like, oh, yeah, I was about that. Girl, you wasn't about to ask nothing. Please.
Yeah.
It was going to take you an hour and a half to ask that question.
And I know we're just, since we're talking about Janisha, I'm just going to say it now. What I thought was also interesting first of all, as a host, it is your job to be kind of like the foundation of the reunion. You're supposed to ask the good questions, keep the girls. Sorry. God bless you.
It didn't hold back. I wanted to hold it back, and it just wasn't doing its job.
That's okay. You're supposed to control the women. Or try to gain control of it. They don't respect her. They don't respect her. So, like, I feel like at the end of the reunion, where she was like, okay, I had things to say, but I'm kind of over it. I thought that was kind of like I get your job is hard. Trust me. I can imagine dealing with all that energy at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But that's your job to be strong for us. Because I felt like because you were like, ugh, I'm over it. I felt like I was kind of feeling your vibe. And I feel like as a host, you have to be that backbone. You know what I'm saying? So Nene didn't do a good job either because she was like over it. She didn't even do her homework.
Like, you were like, why y'all hate ET? You didn't watch the show, Nene?
If you don't stop asking stupid questions, bitch.
Jason Lee watched the show. And listen, y'all can say whatever y'all want about Jason Lee, but that man knows how to host.
Yes.
Yeah, I said my shit about him, but I will not discredit him. He knows how to host. Yep. He knows to ask the right questions. Yep. He knows how to take control of the room. It does kind of help that he's a man. I'm not going to lie, because the women, they do respect the men more, or someone that's of more status than them, because they be wildin'. But I just feel like he knew what the fuck he was doing when he hosted Baddies ATL, as well as hosting the Bobby Lights Bobby I Love You Per reunion. He did a great job. Did he get annoyed? Yes. Did he get frustrated? Yes. But did he still try to get in those questions and try to control the room? Yes, because that was his job.
Yeah. No, for sure.
All right. So going back to the whole order of this reunion, at some point they bring AT out.
Yeah.
They bring AT back out. everybody's trying to like yell and talk, and Nene at some point and Janisha, they're trying to get her to speak, and Biggie is trying to speak her piece with ET, but that gets rudely interrupted by Sapphire, who decides to throw water first, run up, then tell everyone else to back up, then take her shoes off, then say, oh, I can't fight in this, everybody back up. Ain't nobody was behind you. And then talk about taking off the rings.
Yo, it was mad show. It was like literally like a dramatic fucking Broadway show. Like,
girl, you got up. You better run up. The fuck?
Right, initiating the whole fight.
Throwing water. Not only did you get up, you got up to throw water. Then you fucking told people to back up as if anyone was behind you. Then you kicked your sneakers. So I can't fight in these.
Bitch, you can't find with them off either. ET went doot. Got her ass beat, bro.
Doot.
She was clocking her. Yo.
Oh, that I could not believe that happened. I'm sorry. I was disgusted. I could not believe Sapphire really did all of that. Like, girl. That's why Scarface was telling, yo, you got up. Just run up.
Right. The fact that...
these excuses.
Yo. The fact that she even... You can see she came there ready to fight.
Yeah.
And it's like, you thought this was your redemption? This is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Not only did you get your ass beat, but you did this little fucking Shakespeare shit right before it. Like fucking going like, like, I can't fight with them rings on. Like, what are you doing, bitch?
Why didn't you come with rings on?
You got up.
Why didn't you come with rings on? You knew what was up.
You thought you made up. Look, if Suki really thinks that makes up for the friendship shit, then honestly, sis, you need to reconsider who your friends are, because I
think even though she lost, she still made up for it. She tried.
No way.
She tried.
No way.
How else was she supposed to make up for it?
She didn't even address ET. She just snuck her while she was talking about it with Biggie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like Sapphire didn't even care to talk about it or to really, she just has to fight her. And it's just corny the way you ran up and then fucking didn't even follow through. And then you did the Shakespeare shit and then you lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you lost. So it was like the cherry on top that you lost. Like, you did all that.
Yeah. It was
to
pretty
lose.
bad. Yeah, it was really bad. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. This is not cute.
No.
ET was just laughing at her because it's like, girl, really? But she was mostly laughing at Biggie. But we'll get there because that shit was embarrassing.
That was so
like,
funny.
I like you, Biggie, but no. So in the midst of this whole thing going off, and Sapphire and ET have their little rumble tumble. Everybody's up now. House B is amped up, trying to jump in. Security's not allowing them to. Rolly's yelling. At some point, Biggie yells over to Rolly and says, you don't trust ET and you know that.
Oh, yeah,
and she's saying that multiple times. And I just think it's interesting how Biggie really does peep a lot of shit.
She does.
Even when she mentioned things about Krishan and just mentioned things about Natalie and everything. And even when her saying that about Rolly, I was like, yo, honestly, that hit. That hit because you don't act like you trust ET, my nigga. Like, you act like what you act like with everyone else. When you befriend them, it's an opportunity for you.
And not for nothing, on that live, she literally said, I knew not to invite her to my house. I knew. Yeah. So if you knew not to invite her to your house.
That's how you didn't trust her.
So Biggie been clocking it the whole reunion. She a little annoying sometimes because she don't shut up.
Right.
But she been clocking it the whole reunion.
Yeah. And Rolly didn't deny it.
No, you
can't. Of course not.
And it backfired.
It backfired on her and Natalie. They didn't expect that.
No.
You could tell they did not expect that.
Dude, the way Natalie was looking at ET, I was telling Tiana, I'm like, there's definitely some hurt in her eyes. And you can see because I'm like, yo, you don't feel that way for no reason. You don't look like the eyes hold the most emotion. Yeah. Like, you don't look like that.
I've never seen that much emotion in that woman's eye.
Unless she really, I'm like, yo, she must have really done shit for her because, and you hear it amongst the other girls, how much they actually had to do. So I'm like, to be betrayed like that, I mean, I'd be tight too. Fuck shit.
Because it's also too, like, I don't know, they probably know her living situation.
That's what I'm saying.
They probably know that, like, you had it rough, or you probably came from nothing, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So Natalie being her, probably was like, I get it. You're not like the other baddies that I usually bring on. And I want to be extra nice and, I don't know, just like take care of you, so to speak. Nah. You don't think so? Because that's what she was sounding like. She was sounding like she took care of her, and she was mad that it was a slap in her face.
I think Natalie is just very egotistical, and I feel like she saw a girl, yes, maybe her situation, but it's more egotistical.
For something for her.
Driven. Like, you know, she's like, oh, she's a lapdog. She can look at her situation so she can be easily manipulated.
Yeah.
She
with Orlando.
What?
With Orlando Brown.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? People who are in desperate situations will do anything, right? So it's like, of course, and then she wants to complain, talk about, that's an animal. Bitch, you knew she was an animal when you got her. She acted like an animal the entire season when y'all were kikiing and fucking hanging out and shit.
I agree.
So now all of a sudden, because you were the victim, and this is what we said before, you're the victim, now she's an animal? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but I want to look at it from a different perspective, because there's other people saying like, oh, well, Natalie, you know how they love to say like, oh, Natalie, you do so much for these girls, and like even Nene, how she only wanted to ask ET about Natalie. Like, it's stuff like that where clearly there is this high level of respect for her as the EP, as the one that's the face of the baddies, and the one that's the one in charge, face value. So I just feel like, I don't know, like, did she feel some type of way because she took her in, like, or took care of her?
Yeah, she felt some type of way, of course. But I feel like her intentions were because,
But why did she look so hurt then? Why was it like still, like the look on her face was like, you treated her like family and she betrayed you. That's what if you didn't know shit, you would have thought that's what it was.
I feel like that because of the extent that they've gone out to help her, I feel like, you know, the passport situation, putting out for a passport. I don't believe Rolly's saying $1,000 because if you get in your passport, I'm sure you know how much it is. It's not $1,000. So I don't believe what she's saying when I'm talking about $1,000. But I know there's money put involved, like, you know, involved in it. So I just feel like it's the amount of things that they had to do for her, as opposed to the other baddies who are a little bit more established and stuff like that. Right. But I don't think that it was all like, oh, I took you in as my little sister.
But that's how she acts. That's how she was acting.
You think so?
I feel like the look in her eyes, like she looked so, I don't think it was like a little sister type of thing, but it's like, I took care of you.
Yeah.
You know, I took care of you.
Like I try to give you a real opportunity.
Right. Like I took care of you. And you just slapped me in my face like that.
At the end of the day, these women are human beings. So maybe it's possible that there was some true, genuine empathy
that's
towards
how she looked. Like, it looked like at the end of the day, she could say whatever the fuck she want on the internet.
Right.
And be like, I'm Natalie, I run LA, I'm this. I don't give a fuck about these bitches. These bitches are, you know, my employees. She could say whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah.
You know, because it's easy to be the villain when no one knows you. But you don't know how she's really feeling. Maybe she did feel bad for ET. Maybe she did have a soft spot or something. I don't know. Yes, she's manipulative. Yes, we know all these things. But maybe there was a tiny part of her that really did care about her.
Hey.
And she feels like betrayed because I did so much for you. I actually cared about you. Like, I don't be caring about these bitches.
That's true.
And you did that. Like, I didn't expect you to. But I feel like most of it comes from, I did not expect you to do it.
Right, after everything I've done.
Like, she probably expected it from someone else, but not her.
Interesting. Maybe. I mean,
I don't know.
It's possible. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said to you, you don't feel that way. You don't look at someone like that with that type of hurt.
Yeah.
From nothing. Like, you know, like there's clearly something there. So, I mean, it could very much be possible. Yeah.
So going back to the Rumble Tumble and this whole altercation where everybody got up after Sapphire and ET round 1, at some point, Rolly yells out, y'all want us to hit each other so bad. Y'all want us to attack each other so bad. And honestly, I'm like, bitch, shut up. What were y'all doing though throughout the whole season? What were y'all doing throughout the whole season?
For sure.
What were you doing? What were you doing in House A?
Literally.
You were literally attacking everybody. You attacked T for no reason. So what are you talking about during the reunion? Now all of a sudden that is 3 a.m., 2 a.m. You tired. You want to go home. You got to change your heart. Talking about y'all want us to attack each other so bad. Bitch, y'all were doing that the entire season. I don't understand why the reunion come. Everybody got memory loss.
Yeah.
House A got memory loss.
Yo, when Biggie was literally like telling them, oh, bitches was manipulative. Bitches was lying.
Yeah.
They're all like, oh, no, well, speak for yourself because, you know, I made bonds and I did. No,
you didn't.
Do y'all, did we watch the same fucking show? Like, I'm
maybe you fucking made bonds with the fucking crew in the back, but you didn't make bonds with the bitches on the show. Maybe you made bonds with the DP. Maybe you made bonds with the production assistant. Maybe you made bonds with the talent assistant or somebody. Maybe you made bonds with fucking hair and makeup. Who the fuck did you make bonds with?
Not
that we
House
seen
B.
on the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Who? I ain't seen none of that shit.
A lot
House
of it,
B made bonds.
A lot of it was after, like, towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Because House B was like flip-floppy with each other almost the entire season. House B.
Oh, yeah.
They wasn't backing each other up.
Right.
You know, Anna, you know, making fun of Biggie, another Spanish, Latina woman about her Spanish. There was a lot of shit we can name. But they all forget about it now because they all friends.
All of a sudden, memory loss. Like, no, that is the point of the reunion. Like, I know y'all don't like it. I know it's old news. But that is the point of the reunion, to bring up the fucking old news and to address it.
Yep.
That is the whole point of a fucking reunion. So when she said that, I was just over it. I was like, girl, y'all was attacking, bullying, belittling the entire season. You talking shit about T, talking about, oh, you thought you were pretty and fuckable bitch. That's why I beat you up. Yeah. Now on the reunion, y'all wanted to attack each other so bad.
Yup.
What's really T?
That's Rolly for you.
What is really T? Now all of a sudden... So yeah, I didn't like that. I was like, bitch, you're a fucking wreck. Okay? You are a mess. There's no way you just sat up there and said that. I just don't understand. At least be honest. She really be acting like a whole hypocrite.
She's a liar, you know, a fake.
All of it. She don't care. Mm-hmm. She just care about that bag and fixing her body.
That's it.
Clearly.
That's it.
New teeth, new butt, new body, new belly.
She need a new attitude.
Period. You doing all this physical exterior stuff, but not internally. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not. You need a new attitude.
You stupid. So I guess we could talk about ET and her overall presence in the reunion. Mm-hmm. And one thing I wanted to say was I thought it was interesting that she went online when they first shot the reunion and said that Rolly had left her. And honestly, she never left her.
Well, there was some clips from the blogs where it seemed like the post-production team may have edited some stuff out because in the reunion, the part where she goes inside of the trailer, they show that Rolly's still on stage.
That's true.
Looking for ET. But when ET opens her trailer, the fans screenshotted. When she opens it, Rolly is sitting inside of that trailer.
That's true. You're right.
So I'm going to find it and I'm going to put it here.
I'm going to just let her get her time. Real show finna start. Real show finna start. Real show finna start.
So now I don't know what to believe because they do edit things. So did Rolly really leave you?
That's true.
Why was she in your trailer after you fought mad bitches?
And you know, I thought it was interesting when her and Sapphire fought that they focused on how the damage on ET's face, but not once did we see Sapphire until she went to the back and came back and got pretty again. You know, I thought that was like, it goes to show you that everybody's intention on the show, to be honest, or like the way the editing was at the end.
Right.
But I wanted to talk about ET because, you know, her face looked really messed up.
Yeah.
And
swollen for sure.
You got scratches, blood on the arms. Did that make you feel any type of way, or like, do you think she really, like, you don't care?
No.
Really?
No, I didn't feel no type of way. She's about this life. Like,
I feel like when she was talking to Nene when Janisha was trying to talk and trying to get her to open up, I thought it was kind of sad to watch that part. Not the fighting. I think she deserved, she not deserved, but she kind of made her bed. She
made her own
with
bed,
all the fights and all that stuff, right? Like, but I feel like when she sat down and they were, trying to have a conversation with her, I thought it was sad because you really do see how this woman cannot
literally
communicate
at
like
all. For the life of her.
For the life of her, she cannot. She'd rather just not talk about it and just fight. And it was like we describe her as a teenage girl, and it really was like a rebellious teenage girl who is so trying to protect herself because she's all her life had to fight, that she's willing to destroy everything in front of her, even the opportunities given to her.
Yeah, literally.
And it's kind of like this mentality of I need to protect myself because no one else will. Yeah, which is the trauma.
I mean, but she was by herself in that situation.
The whole thing.
Whole reunion. Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't want to talk, but then again, even if she tried to talk, House B was talking over her. So that's why at some point she was talking to Sky and talking to Nene and Janisha. And at some point she mentions again the fans and how the fans were saying this and the fans were saying that. She mentioned the fans like twice in her conversations, or I guess her stances on why she did what she did. And I'm just like, it goes back to what we said in the beginning. You was feeding into this social media shit way too fucking much.
Yeah.
These bitches, one, are not your friends, and two, no one on social media is your friend, bro.
Yeah.
Like, these fans are really not your friends.
And then I start to feel a little empathy, and then I remember she's in DMs with fucking minors, and now I can't, now I just remembered.
But she does it to herself, and this is what I'm saying.
It's just a lost cause.
Yeah.
She's a lost cause.
Yeah, and you know what? One of the things that stood out to me was when Biggie was like, how when she sat on her lap and she was kikiing with House B, but then went around and switched up, which Rolly had mentioned in her live too, which was really funny. And Rolly got mad at her for hanging out with Biggie, blah, 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 blah. And she had lied to Rolly and said she wasn't hanging out with Biggie. Oh. Rolly has said that in her. It's funny, I was listening. I was listening.
I didn't even know. I didn't even hear that.
Rolly had said that in the live, that ET had lied to her about hanging out with Biggie. And it's interesting because Biggie said what she said. ET sat on her lap and was talking to her, talking about, I want to have fun. I want to be more girly. And I feel like you can tell that E.T. is at tug of war with herself.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
She wants to not be this fucking hard person anymore. But it's like, she's just put in this situation where she's like, fuck it.
I'm
going to just be the hard person.
It's one of those things that you already committed this far. You gotta go down.
She be doing it to herself. Yeah. And peep that when Biggie was trying to talk about, oh, why'd you lie on me? And she didn't want to talk about it.
She looked stupid.
She knew she was lying. Yeah. She knew she was lying. Talking about, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. What? Who? What? I never said this. I never, like, girl, bye. Right. You knew you was fucking lying so hard for ratings. For ratings. Like, I feel like she already kind of didn't know herself and is trying to find herself. But then on top of that, you're in this new limelight, because Zeus is different from Now That's TV. You're in this new limelight. More eyes are on you. You're believing all of these people that at the end of the day are not your friends. Then you're believing these fucking fans you've never met in real life that you didn't even establish a relationship with.
It's true.
They just came out of nowhere and you just decided, I love y'all because y'all love me. And that just shows that she's really lonely. Like, because why are you in a group chat with minors?
That's true.
You don't got nobody to talk to?
That's very true.
You don't got no other friends to talk to about other shit?
Probably not. If you
Obviously
act like
not.
that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It shows. Like, that's exactly what it shows. And I'm just like, this is why I say, like, girl, you act like a child, bro. Like, that's lonely and just wants to be included, which is exactly what we said the last time. That's why you're in that damn group chat.
Yep. Wow.
Dumbass bitch. Get the fuck out that fucking group chat.
Look at you.
Don't piss me off.
It's a good point. I'm like,
you're stupid. Yeah. Not the snapping. But yes, that whole conversation, I feel like, didn't go nowhere. That's the only thing we learned. Didn't really go nowhere other than Sky telling Janisha to do her job, which really, I couldn't believe it. I was like, you know what? Other than Sky telling Janisha to do her job, that was just like not it.
You know what, though? I will say that this reunion would not be the reunion we saw without Scarface. I'm not gonna lie. She stood to the end. She didn't walk out like Camilla. She wasn't lazy about it. She fought. She said, yo, when the final thoughts, that shit made me laugh with the final thoughts. And she's like, Anna, Biggie, and who else?
What was it, Sapphire?
Sapphire. Oh, I don't even know. Whatever. She called them out. Y'all want another one? Like, yo, this shit was funny.
She really did not
She don't care. She tired, bro. She beat up. She looked crazy. She looked like That's So Raven when she had the allergic reaction.
She
did. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She did.
And she was still like, y'all want your ones? Like,
she really said, line it up.
Yo.
All y'all, line it up. I was like,
I'm not gonna lie.
All my life I had to fight.
Listen,
that's what it gave.
Yo, for real. And that's really who she is. Like, let's keep it a buck. That's
right.
one thing. We seen it. And y'all people who were calling for ET from the beginning, I don't see what y'all saw. But it's funny because one thing I do know, not having a prior knowledge of ET before this, is that she stood true to herself. She really dumb. Like, in a sense of, like, really dumb. Like, I just see past it. You really dumb. You really, easily manipulated. Whatever. Y'all get it. It's like, it's really who you see.
He said, y'all want y'all was, y'all want y'all face. I was like, yo, not even final thoughts, bro.
No, that's her final thoughts. She can't talk.
So I'm a fight.
That shit was funny. I'm like, yo, this bitch is really fucked up. She's really fucked up. Like,
she's
for
really
real.
like that, for real.
And yo, I mean, it was entertaining.
It was entertaining.
She didn't back down.
My thing is, Biggie, now that we there, Biggie, what was that?
Bro.
What was that? And this is why E.T. had to laugh. I had to laugh too because, bitch, you talking about, oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? You sure though? You what do you mean? You for real? What do you mean? E.T. was like,
you for real?
E.T. was like, run up. Like, you want to, like, come on. And she's just like, yeah, but you want to fight though? I'm not scared of you.
Yo,
I'm not scared of you.
I ain't gonna lie.
Biggie, what?
All them bitches was scared of her.
100%.
All them except Tasiki.
Exactly.
And
100%.
Hot take right now. Y'all say that, oh, E.T. can't fight. Okay, yeah, next to a technical boxer.
To Siki,
but look at everyone else she whooped.
Right.
Fuck out of here. E.T. can hold her own. She can street fight.
Right.
When you're involved with someone who's technical, that's different. But I don't care. She really held her own. And Tasiki, with her fight, she stood up. She didn't fall. Like, she
fell on the rug that one time. But she was standing up. She was eating it. She was getting punched, bro.
And the whole reunion. Camilla had one fight and bounced. She fought the whole reunion. I don't want to hear y'all say nothing about ET. That's one thing she was saying. She was very entertaining.
That's what I'm saying. Reunion. Like, shorty stayed. Like, Camilla left. That's why I was so tight. I was like, shorty, you talked all this shit, talk about you beat Rolly up, but then you didn't. Then you left. Like, you didn't even try to get another one to redeem yourself. You just left.
Yeah, she knew she lost.
Right, talking about, I'm going home to my kids, bye.
Yo.
And like, that's great. Go home to your kids. That's great. But damn, you couldn't redeem yourself?
Would she have gone back to her kids if she won?
Maybe.
Fix your face. She was embarrassed.
Yeah, she was like, I'm leaving, y'all. This is too much.
Yeah.
Too much. But she fell on her back, legs in the air. Like, it's crazy, yo. You saw the ass print in the fucking jumpsuit. That was wild. I was just like, this is too much. But yes, Biggie, I was over it. I was like, girl, what do you mean? It's either you're gonna fight her or you're not gonna fight her. But then when she swung, I don't know what was that. She really did a what?
Looking like Michael Phelps.
Yo, she did.
Yeah.
That was it. It was like a one, like a with the punch, but it was like, what is going on? I couldn't believe it.
Yo, E.T. was laughing.
Yeah.
That's how bad. She's like, I didn't even punch you.
She I didn't even hit you yet. I'm sorry, that shit was funny, yo.
No,
Biggie, we fuck with you, but that shit was funny. She was like, I'm not a fighter, but let's go. Like
stop.
Just stop. Just walk away. She's not even trying to fight you.
You hyped right now.
Yeah, she's not even trying to fight you.
She's tired.
And then, of course, Sapphire jumps in.
Oh, I missed it. Mm-hmm. And Tiana's like, yo, she tried to jump in. I had to rewind it. I'm like, nah, I ain't even pee.
Yep.
Bro.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not your redemption. This is just literally a reminder of how much of a lapdog loser you are. Like, you're so pretty. It's unfortunate that I look at you like this because, man, she was my favorite in regards to, like, she was just beautiful. Like, I love looking at her looks and everything. But why you look corny? And Suki, why you here? You were boring. You didn't contribute to the fucking reunion at all. You sent your little lapdog to do the dirty work for you.
Oh my God.
I loved Suki the whole season, but this reunion, you know, she just came for a check.
Jesse talking her shit.
Cause I love Suki, so why you boring? I want to
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah, but you know you wasn't gonna see you. She was gonna sit pretty. Come on now, that was to be expected.
Yeah, but at least be fun. It was funny though when at some point I think Sapphire and ET were fighting, and all you see is Suki fucking bringing her pants down and fucking shaking her ass.
That was crazy.
I'm like, all right, some personality, because you real quiet in the corner over there.
Right. Yeah, so Sapphire jumping in was kind of like, what? I wasn't expecting that. But she still got beat up. She got her little hits in, but she still got beat up.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts? What are
Yeah.
your thoughts on that? I just told you that I thought she was corny. What about your thoughts?
Oh yeah, you did say that. Me personally, yeah, like I just couldn't believe it. I was like, that's how you know you can't beat her one-on-one. You had to jump in. You had to sneak.
But also, Anna snuck ET.
Yeah, I know. And that was after the fact that she
Yeah.
fought Mariah. So I just wanted to like talk about that little rumble tumble with Mariah. I mean, Mariah obviously lost that one. Duh.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, did they? What was that?
Did they fight?
They did fight, and that's when Sapphire jumped in. When she was, Sapphire jumped in when ET was fighting Mariah.
Yeah.
And that was just,
at the end. That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
yes. And second of all, now that you mentioned Anna, bitch, I couldn't believe it. Anna really snuck ET.
Could you? I could believe it.
I mean, no, I could believe it, but I was mad that they didn't get the fade. Like, I thought they were gonna get like a one-on-one. Like, I thought it was because she kept calling for Anna, but Biggie was wasting time. Biggie was wasting time with
and
I'm not
Anna
scared of you.
was conveniently
Nowhere to be found.
Nowhere.
Like, girl, like, no, get your one-on-one. Like,
no, Anna would never have a one-on-one. Because,
No.
I mean, she's 90 fucking pounds. And not to say that's a justification, but clearly House B, like, and this might have been
and this is
incited
except for Tasiki, okay? We know it's not Tasiki. So House B what?
No, I'd say House B has been running up.
Right.
Have been sneaking the entire
Right,
the
right.
entire reunion.
Oh, okay, yeah. Tasiki didn't care either. She was running.
Yeah, she was running. yeah.
She was like, we jumping. We jumping. Yo, she was so hype. I was like, yo, girl. She was like, bitch, you suck bad fucking dick. Your face looks like you suck bad fucking dick. I was like, yo, she had me cracking up. I'm not going to do House B had me cracking up.
Why did they run up? They didn't run up. They was like shouldering over to ET. It was Tasiki,
my
Biggie, and Anna,
God.
I think. You don't remember that?
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I don't.
That was like, yo,
They
why
were,
they
like,
doing
dancing?
that? They were like dancing up and shit.
Oh, yes. I remember now. I remember they were. And I was like, yo, they do not care.
Nah,
yo.
they was lit. They
did not care.
They were trolling.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows, again, what we say about Anna on here, Anna Mac, it just shows, again, her personality. You're all talk, you're all bark,
Yeah.
no bite.
Yeah.
You know, you rather
She's
sneak.
scary.
You rather sneak than to have your one-on-one and stand your ground. Whether you lose or not, you're just not the type of person that will stand your ground. You would rather talk a lot of shit online and then to confront it in person, which is something we've seen multiple times, time and time again. Only reason why you felt so comfortable confronting it with DJ Sky is because you know she can't fight. But I feel like if DJ Sky was like a Krishan, you'd
be begging her, oh, just
you,
a joke.
because when Krishan was in front of your face, oh, I didn't even know. Pissed me off, yo. I was like, wow, so the reunion really ended and Anna and ET didn't even get to have a one-on-one.
No.
Like, they just allowed that.
Yeah.
I really wanted them to have a one-on-one. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm like, how you just sneak her like that? Really snuck her.
I mean, all these bitches were sneaking throughout the whole reunion.
yeah, but they at least got their one-on-one.
True.
Anna did not. Anna
True.
did not at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, this is the real question. Would the reunion have been as amazing and entertaining as it was without ET.
No.
I don't think so.
No, I'm not
Y'all
gonna
hate
sit
her.
here and fucking lie. No, the fuck.
Yeah.
No, because the fight that we been wanting to see, we got to fucking see, which
4
was
rounds.
a showdown.
Yeah, it was great.
You hear me? That was a fucking smackdown. WWE smackdown. I was like, damn.
The whole reunion was a SmackDown.
Yo,
WWE.
yo. Every time I be listening to this shit, I'm like, yo, why do we sound like fucking like MMA commentators or some shit talking about how these bitches say left hook, right hook? Like we be just talking shit, yo. And I was like, wow. First of all, E.T. and Tasiki was the most long overdue fight. So I'm glad her ass showed up because that's the fight we wanted to see. That's the only reason why E.T. was brought on to begin with, because she had beef with Krishan. They wanted to play out that storyline with Krishan. And if not Krishan, due to pregnancy, that it would be her sister. But it was so, like, you know, dragged out. And it never happened. So again, it was long overdue. Something that needed to happen. I'm glad it happened. Glad E.T. showed up and stood 10 toes down on everything.
She did. Yeah.
She got her bag.
I'm not gonna lie. This, I feel like, you know, if anything positive could have came out of her presence in the show, it was definitely the reunion where her time to shine.
That is it.
That's it. Because like I said, like obviously we all know her personality, the things she does, but I feel like, again, as a bad guy, like as someone who really gets on people's nerves, like she really got on their nerves a few times, and she was laughing about it too. She would like antagonize them a few times. But like if anybody was to do it, I mean, I think she did it right. She didn't back off, or she could have left at any point, and she didn't. She stood to the end, which is kind of wild to me. But she said,
all my life I had to fight. This is what I do. I don't talk. I fight.
Yeah.
Even when she mentioned the whole situation with where I come from, you looking at me funny. Yeah, that's a sign for fight. Nene was like, oh no, baby. Oh no. I was like, Nene, you shouldn't be here.
Right.
Long story short, I love you, but you shouldn't be here.
Nene started off strong.
Right.
And then it dwindled completely over the entire episode.
I was like, Auntie, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, she looked drained.
Yeah, it was too much for her. And you could tell it was too much. And this is what, this is what we say. You didn't do your homework. Because if you knew about Zeus Network, do you not see what's going on? And I get it. Not everybody's on social media like that to see anything. You just know that, Black-owned network, money's great, successful, bet, right? Why not?
The check must look real nice.
But my thing is, again, you're coming to host. You're not doing your homework on these girls. You're not watching the show. You're not knowing what's going on to ask the right questions.
It's annoying.
It's like, and then you're like, oh my God. It's like, girl.
You're asking the dumbest questions. Like, why do people hate ET? Really? Like,
yeah,
really?
That was a really dumb question.
Like,
and that's how I know
lazy.
you ain't watch a show.
It's lazy, actually. That's the word. It's not dumb. It's lazy, because the answer is there if you would have just watched the season. You didn't have to do much research. You didn't have to go out of your way. You just had to watch the season, but you didn't. And I hate when hosts, or like in particular any celebrity, does that. They use their name and they're like, oh yeah, they're here, but they don't do their homework because you're just using their name.
Exactly.
I hate that
your
shit.
Your brand is your name, and that's where you're getting
Put some
paid.
fucking work. Damn, bro.
Yeah. And I feel like when people heard that she was gonna be one of the hosts, they expected a lot from her. And
they did.
a lot of people expected a lot from her, but that didn't deliver. I mean, only certain things where she acts, I was like, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think what was the funniest part about Nene being there is her reaction to the whole thing. Like, poor Nene should not have been there. It was too much for her.
I know there was moments.
Okay, there was so many moments. She was flabbergasted. Okay, she was shocked. She couldn't believe her eyes and what she was seeing. I was like, yeah, woman, you should not be there. I don't know why they called you, but you should not be there.
So now that the reunion's over, do you think that this is the best reunion in reality TV?
I don't know, because what's keeping me from answering the question is the ET and Tasiki showdown. That's really saving this reunion, because I feel like that their fight was just so intense. Like, yes, BGC 9 with Rima, with Julie and Erica and Megan, that was great too. That was amazing. But I don't know. It wasn't the same. Like, yeah, they had a lot of crazy shit, like throwing ketchup and cranberry juice on one of the girls. And, you know, the girl getting her karma because Julie manipulated a lot of situations. But that showdown with E.T. and Tasiki, man, is really... I don't know. I have to answer this later. I have to do my research and then answer
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how about this? Better question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the reunion?
This one?
Yeah, 10 being the best.
I would say it's given 9.
Nice.
It's given 9.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 too.
Yes.
I'll give it a 9.
I mean, that E.T. and Tasiki showdown.
I think what would have been better also would have, like, I really like that they listened to the
for the most part.
Yeah, to the fans a lot. I really like that. But there wasn't enough dialogue.
Yeah.
Of questions.
Right.
The questions, I feel like the host really fucked it. Like, I feel like the host brought it down at one point because the host didn't control the stage. The host didn't ask hard questions. We didn't even get to hear about Smiley's seizure.
Yeah, like, you know? Yeah, we didn't get to hear anything about that. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
You know?
So, and then, like, other things we didn't get to hear. Like, you didn't press E.T. more. Like, you know, just certain things I really would have liked to hear on the reunion. But, yeah, I give it a 9 as well.
Like, I feel like when E.T. was in the back, that was the opportunity to have, like, more conversation and more dialogue. I mean, they did a little bit with Natalie.
But it was dumb questions.
It was
That's what
dumb.
I'm saying.
It
like,
was dumb. It wasn't anything of any value.
Right. It was just really a
It
waste.
was already what we had seen happen. Like, go back to the show.
Exactly.
Now that the main person, that's the troublemaker, is out of the room, now that this is an opportunity to have some decent dialogue. And I feel like they just didn't do that. But if we're really basing it only on the fights, man, this one may be taking the cake. If we're only basing it on just fights.
No, we're not.
We're not.
So
we're not.
We gotta come back.
We gotta come back because, girl, Tasiki and E.T., man.
Yeah.
That was different.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that, like, what do you rate this reunion? Did you like the reunion? Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about what we had to say? Because
shit was wild.
Shit. Mm-hmm. How does it feel that Baddies is over?
Girl, I mean, I don't care. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over. Like, come on now. We could talk about other shit now.
Yo, I'm weak.
Because sometimes it just be
too much.
Yeah, like back to back to back. Sometimes just be too much. Like, 100%. Yeah, I love it sometimes. Like, I like it. But when it just gets too much, I'll be drained because that shit really drains you. Like, I'll be like, all right. But the reunion was amazing.
Yeah, it was
amazing. The season, I feel like towards the end we started to just not really like it. But yeah, the reunion was great.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you made it this far to the video, definitely comment your thoughts. Did you love this reunion? Did you find stuff you didn't like about it? Did you notice something that maybe we didn't notice? Definitely let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, we love reading the comments. We love seeing your feedback. It's always fun.
Yes. So where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find UT on it?
You guys can find me on Instagram at randomania1. You guys can find us on Instagram at the Petty Headquarters. Definitely follow us. Check us out. You could find visual versions of the podcast on YouTube at Pt3 Productions. We release episodes every Tuesday at 4 p.m. We are also on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to your podcast, okay? We are there, the Petty Headquarters. If you want to watch my funny TikToks, go to Pt3 Productions on TikTok. And yes, with that being said, this was your weekly dose of mess.